Eu converso com o presidente da Fundação Joseph Campbell, que está aqui no meu lado. Let's talk about mythology. Joseph Campbell used to say mythology is the song.
Yes, it's the song of the soul. It's the song of the spirit, okay? And that means it's not just songs that have been sung, but it's songs you're singing now. And that's the power of myth, is that it's now and then. And that's the creative mythology, the last volume of his Masks of God. It's the creative act, the singing of the song.
So the importance of the myth is to connect.
Yes, it needs to connect you first with yourself, and then with your society, and then with your vision of the cosmos. And when you do that, when you're connected psychologically, sociologically, and cosmically, then the world is magic for you. You are singing that song all the time.
As I'm a psychologist, I would say that somebody that is ill, with some pathology, mentally, is somebody that is not connected and didn't find his own myth.
Right, they're not living their own story. They're not, first of all, connected with themselves. In order to, they have to get there first before they can connect with other people. They have to have their own sense of who they are. And then they can move out and connect to the society. And then maybe they can contemplate this.
What's the relation with what they use it to call sacred place?
Well, that's where you learn the song, okay? That's where you learn the song to sing. Because you can't do it in the world which is run by clocks and walls and barricades and gates you go through and ID cards and voter.
You don't have to go on a pilgrimage.
No, you just have to find a way to make time stand still. You have to find a thing for you where the clock stops. If you're a painter, you go in a studio. You're a dancer, you start to dance. You're a musician, you make music. Some people meditate. Some people use martial arts. Whatever it is for you that takes you out of your day-to-day life and gives you a space in which you can learn the song that's you, as opposed to the song that's in your ears all the time from the world around you.
This is what I call a secret garden.
It is.
Everybody has one secret garden.
And you just have to figure out where it is and find the key to the lock, right?
Yes.
That's why we read the myths, because the myths are keys. Okay? And sometimes we need a different key to open that lock. And that's sometimes we turn to the indigenous. Sometimes we turn to the Arthurian romances. Sometimes we turn to religion, which is another story. Different stories. But they open, they all have keys.
The way to feel yourself comfortable with yourself.
Yes, to make sense of yourself and say, who am I in this world?
So, do you think that myth is a good way, knowing myth is a good way of solving your problems?
Yeah, very much so, because it's a mirror, okay? Different mirrors. And sometimes we're so in our own problem, we can't see. So you read the myth and it gives you a reflection on yourself you didn't know. You suddenly have an insight that you can't have from where you sit in your day-to-day world. But someone else out there singing a different song, to go back to what you were saying, that melody triggers something in you and you go, oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I've heard that before.
But this reminds me that Joseph Campbell used it to say that we are all brothers.
Yes.
And we belong. Earth doesn't belong to us. We belong to Earth.
My shirt.
Oh,
okay?
yes.
Good planets are hard to find. This is our garden. This is common to all of us, and we're seeing it more and more in the world in which we live, right? It's one planet, this bright blue marble in space. That's our garden. It's our oasis.
So the planet is a sacred place.
The planet
it doesn't matter. You don't have to go to Machu Picchu. It doesn't to the pyramids. You don't have to.
Look at the vast darkness of space and look at that one blue jewel there. That is an oasis. That's our life. That's our planet. We come out of it. We weren't dropped on it. We come out of it. We're made up of things that have been around here for billions of years. There are organisms in you that are older than recorded time.
So in your opinion, what could we do to save the planet?
First, we have to save ourselves.
Yes.
Okay. First, we start with ourselves. Get in touch with ourselves. Learn our own song. Learn to sing it. Learn to find a space in which you can let it come out. Then find people around a round table who want to sing it with you. Okay? Then you can go out and you can start to change the world.
So we start with the microcosmos.
Yes.
And then we go and larger.
That's how we learn as a child.
Yes.
But we forget that, okay? We're adults out here. But no, start here. You know, if you are vital, then you will vitalize the people you're around. And if you are with a bunch of people who are vital, you can turn a whole group around.
So when you talk, when you say vital, it makes me think that if we love the things that we do, we are starting to make a better world.
And you're on your bliss path. Once you find your bliss path, you don't work again. You're doing what you love. That's not work, that's play.
That's play.
That's play.
Oh, it's a pity we are almost on time to finish our interview. I'd like you to leave a message, a final message to our audience.
The final message I'd like to leave for people really is that they are the singer of the song. They are the maker of the song, okay? And the song they sing is the song of their soul. And they need to give themselves some space to do it. And if they do it, well then yes we can. Yes, we can save the world. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
And if they didn't find yet, what can they do?
Well, start by getting up in the morning and looking in the mirror. Start by giving yourself just a minute to really say, who am I today? Before you go out and have the world tell you who you are. Who am I today? What do I want to do today? What made me get up this morning? Give yourself at least that moment before you start to put your makeup on and shave and do all this. To find
your existence.
That's a little moment of sacred space, just a teeny one. Okay? But if you can give yourself that, then maybe you can begin to find a way to let that grow. And the goal is to have that grow until your whole life is that dance.
Oh, it's quite a pleasure to talk to you. It's a pity we have no more time.
That's the problem with time.
Yes, yes, but I thank you very, very much.
Oh, it's been my pleasure indeed.
And I hope seeing you again here.
I would be delighted.
Thank you. E você não deixe de me ouvir na Rádio Guarujá AM 1550 kHz no programa Tarde Total com Alfredinho Júnior. E também de acessar o meu site www.monicadelimazevedo.psc.br. Até o próximo Arte de Viver. Tchau, tchau.